Well, this is a good news for India. By the approval of the government of India, uh, there is a 62,000 crore of deal was finalized. There is a defense deal that was finalized for 156 light light combat helicopters. And this is a good news for all the Indians and all the Indian supporters, if I would say, wherever they are, those who support India. This is a good news for all because this is not done yet in the history of India. So, what is this deal all about? The deal is about to make 156 helicopter, lightweight air combat helicopters, uh, which is of course used for by Indian Army and Indian Air Force. There is a committee called uh, there is a committee called Cabinet Committee on Security. It is chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Approved India's biggest ever defense procurement deal. It worth 62,000 crore, and it is especially the those light air combat helicopters which is made. It is the name of that helicopters is Percent, and the what I see is why Indian government approved this huge budget for the Indian Army and Indian Force because the growing budgets of China. You know, we don't have any concerns to Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or even the Nepal. We don't have much of concerns because just suppose if Pakistan attacks any terrorist attacks on us, we give irrefutable or unquestionable answer to them. But what's our main challenge? What our main competitor is China. China is growing its products day by day, and if you look, still we are on the bottom, and China is at the top in the defense budget. There is a long, deep depth of deep depth of uh, deep depth of differences of budget between us. So by doing so, but we are slowly increasing our defense budget, and it is called slow and steady, always win the race. So, and this defense budget is contract for indigenous procurement of 156 light combat helicopters. It is called LCH, and named percent manufactured by our Indian company. It is 100% made in India. It is made by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and of this 156 air combat helicopters, 90 goes to Indian Army and 66 goes to Indian Air Force. The deliveries of these light combat helicopters will start after 3 years because after 3 years, and every year after 3 years, just like this is in 2025, after 3 years it means 2028. On the year 2028, 30 helicopters were given, and then next year for 30 years, and in the stage of 5 years, the deal is entirely completed. So it is also encouraged to what I say, make in India project. What seems failed to us, and Percent helicopters is completely made in India, as I said earlier, and it is made in a way that it can easily land or attack on high altitude areas. If I would say high altitude areas, then the place that came in our mind is Ladakh, because China recently there is a news came when China made two counties in the region of Ladakh, and India opposed this, but China didn't ever heard of our words. They didn't give any place to our words. So it made countries, and it gives a challenge to us that China is aggressively increasing its defense budget, as well as try to make those areas as China's own place. And as in the last month, disengagement of the border starts. What happened in the 2020 at the Galwan Valley. So our main competitor is China. We have to work over it, and we have to just to move our shift from digging the tomb of Aurangzeb or all those stuff. These are what I really observe is that the BJP government or the alliance led like Mahayuti alliance in Maharashtra, they try to reflect the mass people of India from the main issues of our country, like unemployment. The GDP is crumbling. The GDP is all-time low. 6.2% was in the last year financial year, and another is that inflation is a big problem in our country, or many other reasons that could be talked on over it. But what we see is that there is a chief minister of Maharashtra called Aurangzeb was such a cruel leader. Why there is a tomb in our state. So this was the mindset of a minister, that he is not concerned with the development or infrastructure development, that how he apply policies in his state so that there would more what I say more companies will come and invest them. So they didn't do this, but they're digging Aurangzeb tombs.